Evening. This is a $20 Kriesler Discord tape. I bought it for 20 Australian dollars. The guy said it didn't work. The cabinet's pretty rough, but it is complete, missing the legs. So I powered it on and it didn't work. And I then took it all out, put it on here, measured the voltages around here. All the voltages were perfect. So then I took the speakers out and connected them directly where I think they should go. One ground, one signal, one ground, one signal. There was some modifications done inside to the speakers, and I suspect those mods to put a earphone socket had basically stopped the speakers from working. So after I took it out, reconnected those beautiful dual cone speakers in immaculate condition. Checked the voltages. It started to play, but it was very quiet. And because this has a tape deck in here, this connection from the tape deck is not plugged in. So to actually get it to work without being plugged into the tape deck, you have to jumper this input cable here, which normally would go to the tape deck. So once I jumpered that, it worked. It's got a pretty good power supply. It's got 15 volts DC going into the reel-to-reel deck in here, which I'll show you later. The valve puts out about 285, 290. I haven't cleaned it or anything. There's a HMV turntable in there. I'll put this back together tomorrow morning and see what it sounds like. But basically there's no capacitors I can see here that need to be replaced. Those two up there can do their wax capacitors, but it seems to be playing pretty fine, so I'm not going to touch it. It's very clean, and the voltages are spot on. Listen to this beautiful, magnificent radio.
I thought it's not a surprise, but it was a surprise. So they might be sitting day last Friday back towards a little bit.
And what about Joe Biden's personal approval?
Time is the back marker. The leader, Lethal Nymph now, as Edward Cornelius is Aphelios, and now Honky Tonk Man trying to thread his way through together there with Ali's Dancer. The leader.
Beautiful radio. It's got a ferrite rod aerial, plus it's got a bit of wire, so it's got very good reception. It's got the usual oscillator mixer valve here. What is it? A 6AN7. It's got a IF amplifier valve here, which is that. Can't see it, but it's very common. And a lot of the radios just had 6 GW8 tubes for the output, but this one also has a 12 AUX7 as a preamp to drive those two, so it's a 5 valve instead of a 4 like the cheaper ones. It's a shame it didn't have a magic eye, because it quite easily could have one, and the later models do. This is called a model 11-110. What is it called? It's a Kriesler multisonic stereo disco tape. Its model is 11-110. Pretty good unit. Power supply. I'll give it a good clean tomorrow, put it back in, and show you a video with the tape deck in there. And the player does work, but someone's knocked the cartridge off, so I suppose for 20 bucks I can't complain. But yeah, it's pretty good. I have to put the power supply back where I took it out from, in there. And the other speaker here, turntables in there. So I'll make another clip with it back together and to show you the radio. I don't have a ceramic cartridge to show you it working here. And the reel-to-reel, I don't have any tapes either here, which is a shame. But yeah, basically just reconnected the speakers the way they should be and removed all the earphone jack that I'm going to try to put on. Beautiful unit.
So you got to pay that flour. So you didn't. But this is the shock from cold, from hot to cold, that makes a difference. It makes you shiver. You just have a cold shower and you're not shivering, that isn't going to work as well. So you've got to get that shiver up. That's very...
Trixie Melbourne. That was a good series. I read that, but that's not the one we need, unfortunately, Andrew. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Aha, Mary in Hobart. Hello.
Hello.
Mary?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, Mary. Do you know the name of this 1930s series, Adventures of a 7-year-old girl attending a boarding school in Paris?
Was it Madeline?
Madeline, yes. Yes,
wow.
it is. Well done.
I really rang for Neil Young.
Ah, there you go. You know both ends of the spectrum.
I do, yeah.
This Madeline series created by Ludwig Bemelman, he Austrian-born, US-based. Okay, question 19. We're getting closer. Which 2017 rehash of the 1980s hit US TV soap opera wrapped up its 5th season?
Well, I'm pretty happy. This is a $20 unit, and the speakers were wired incorrectly, which I fixed, and then that was the main problem with it. It's beautiful 6GW8 amplifier, single-ended amps, 12AUX7 preamp driving it. This will work. I have no doubt the turntable will work because it does go around. Just the arm is broken here, so I do have another turntable for it. This one does actually work. It's a transistorized unit, so this is about a 1968, and I don't have any tapes to try it out, but it does function. It goes forward and back, and I need to turn it on first and then it moves. But yeah, it's just a bit stiff. Give that a good clean. I need to find some knobs. So it's pretty much working, and it's $20 Australian dollars. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Pop quiz champ for the night, and you get that.
Oh, no.
Heather, have you got one before?
No, this is first time.
First time calling.
Yes.
First time calling. Yay! Well, this will be one for the record books. First time calling if you get this right and win the magnet as well.